My name is an anagram for I love.
Welcome to Miss Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 small details you missed in teen movies. Number 10, A Half-Dressed Reporter, The Princess Diaries. After the news that Mia is the Princess of Genovia gets leaked, she's greeted by a media circus at school. This prompts her grandmother, aka the Queen, to pay a visit to the establishment. Naturally, the press flock to her. There's one journalist in particular who seemingly got the whole "only your top half is visible on camera" memo years before the rest of us. He's wearing a nice, appropriate suit and tie, but his bottom half is a different story, with some shorts and casual shoes.
Your Majesty, will you be visiting the White House? Your Highness, Your Majesty. Are you taking the princess home?
Number 9, Sher Horowitz report card, Clueless. Cher's persuasion skills are unmatched, as evidenced by the way she argues her way to better grades, and there's more than one gem on her finalised report card. Oddly enough, her name is listed as Cher Hamilton instead of Horowitz. If you look closely, you can see that many of her grades have indeed been changed by hand, revealing how drastically she improved her scores. What's more, the original comments are still visible. Her geometry teacher praised her nice shapes, while her biology instructor claimed she wouldn't dissect anything. Number 8, A Lingering Arrow Injury. 10 Things I Hate About You. When Joey comes up to Bianca during gym class, she lets the arrow in her hand fly free.
Can I help you?
It has to go somewhere, and the unlucky target is Mr. Chapin. As it lands in his derriere, he can be seen in the background falling to the floor in complete agony. Unfortunately, the injury has lasting effects. A few scenes later, he's seen supervising detention. When he goes to lean against his desk, the expression on his face quickly turns painful. At this point, most viewers have probably forgotten about the arrow incident, but Mr. Chapin is still suffering. Number 7, the GoShera Banner, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. John Hughes has gifted us with a slew of memorable teen movies, each with their own unique identity. But do any of his characters know each other? Well, there's a clue that suggests Ferris Bueller's Day Off and The Breakfast Club may actually take place at the same school. Granted, their buildings look different, especially from the outside, but bear with us. When the Breakfast Club kids arrive, we see that they go to Sherma High School. In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, there's a shot of the hallway where a GoShera banner can be spotted on the wall. Is it a coincidence? Or is it possible that somehow these two movies exist in the same universe? Number 6, Going to See the Scarlet Letter, Easy A. There are numerous references to the Scarlet Letter in Easy A. After all, the 2010 movie took many cues from Nathaniel Hawthorne's novel. When a boy pays Olive with movie passes that are only valid at the foreign theatre, she reluctantly makes a night of it.
Hi, one for der Scharlachrot Buchstabe.
Unless you're a fluent German speaker, the name of the film she picks probably doesn't sound familiar. But it's actually The Scarlet Letter. If that's not sticking to a theme, we're not sure what is. Number 5, The Car License Plates, The Breakfast Club. Brian's ride has a EMC2 license plate, referring to the mass energy equivalence formula in physics. That's pretty perfect for the brain of the group.
You just don't want to write your paper.
Meanwhile, the plate on the car resident athlete Andrew gets picked up in is presumably a nod to the sporty Ohio State University. But The Breakfast Club isn't the only film that uses license plates wisely. When you do the math, the numbers on Jake's car in 16 Candles total 16. Who knew license plates could be so meaningful? Number 4, A Peculiar Birthplace, Pitch Perfect 3. Lily is without question the most mysterious member of the Bellas. We don't know much about her life, and she never really speaks. On the rare occasions where she whispers tidbits of information, we're left with more questions than answers.
I set fires to feel joy.
But in the third movie, there's a travel montage that features a quick look at her passport. It's a blink and you miss it moment, but it reveals that Lily was born in Area 51. It's slightly creepy, to say the least, but fitting nonetheless. Number 3, Jenna Rink's adult apartment, 13 going on 30. As a teen, Jenna wants to be like the models in Poise magazine. She specifically points out a piece about successful 30-year-olds, which features a woman in a stylish home.
I want to be 30.
After a disastrous birthday, her wish to be a glamorous adult comes true. We were too stunned by her sudden growth to pay attention to her new surroundings at first, but they're significant. You know that Poise article we mentioned? Well, Jenna's grown-up living room looks a lot like the one it featured. Number 2. Brianna and Gabriella's Clothes, A Cinderella Story. This 2004 movie follows Sam, a modern-day Cinderella, struggling to fit in at school while being severely mistreated by her stepmother. We all know that her stepsisters, Brianna and Gabriella, have bad attitudes that rival their animated Disney counterparts. But it turns out that's not the only thing they share. Throughout the story, Sam's evil step-siblings can often be seen in pink and green clothes. It would be easy to dismiss this as nothing more than a fashion statement, yet those are the same hues we repeatedly see Cinderella's stepsisters, Anastasia and Drizella, in. Number 1. The accessories. Mean Girls. As Queen Bee, Regina George has a fair amount of power over what the plastics can or can't do. Namely, we learn that she's forbidden Gretchen from donning hoop earrings. She also wears an R necklace, indirectly affirming her power within the group. As Katie starts turning plastic in her quest to take Regina down, she can be seen sporting an identical C around her neck. When she starts usurping the proverbial throne, she asserts her new place in the social hierarchy by wearing, you guessed it, hoop earrings. It's a subtle but powerful act symbolising her transformation.
You know I couldn't invite you. I had to pretend to be plastic.